They finally letting Bobo play. I'm telling y'all, Bobo's, dude's got top 5 talent in the NBA. I said talent. I didn't say he's a top 5 player. I said he has top 5 talent. For whatever reason, it hasn't worked out. Like I think he's like on his 3rd or 4th team. But he's getting some run tonight with Phoenix Suns.
For the rebound, it's poked away by Bull. Magic come out with it. Now Suggs. You'll find Isaac. Good look. 3 is up. Short. Defensive rebound, Gary Harris. Suggs will try. That 3 no good. Just 1 of 10 from beyond the arc. Monte Morris finds a Kobe. He'll drive back to Morris in the corner. Morris drives rejected by Isaac, but we'll have a...
Hey everybody, and welcome to Cold World's podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode, videos, clips, and music. Be kind to others, do something nice for somebody you don't even know, and most importantly, be kind to yourself and true to yourself. Have a blessed day.
Peace, y'all. And if you like what you're listening to, spread the word.
Than what the Biden administration has been doing, which is in line with the level of deportations during the Trump administration. I mean, if ICE right now does not have the capacity to do what Trump is promising, how does that mean those National Guardsmen are not getting more involved than just the logistical aspect that you just mentioned there?
Well, the way you ensure that doesn't happen, of course, is if Governor Pritzker wants to file a lawsuit. Then the courts will weigh in. The courts will make that determination. Everything is subject to lawful review. Everything that I do, everything that any law enforcement officer does is subject to review by the judicial branch. And so you can expect that that's going to happen. But again, Caitlin, when you look at the scale, we've never been in a situation like this before. We've never had 8 million people be released into the United States in a 4-year period of time. We've never had more than 2 million a minimum of 2 million gotaways in a 4-year period of time. So this is unprecedented times, and when you have that, then you have to take unprecedented measures. But what I do look at is we have done this in the past, we've done it before, we've used the National Guard, and we've used them effectively, and I'm certain that this administration is going to use them effectively again.
But is it legal? Because I remember when Trump declared a national emergency the first time he was in office, he wanted to use military money for the border wall because Congress didn't give him as much as he wanted. I mean, that got tied up in the courts, and I don't believe it was ever resolved before Trump left office. I mean, is it legal for him to do this?
I think so. Again, I'm looking at what has been done in the past. You're just looking at a larger scale. So we have used the National Guard in the past. So that was done. And I also look at, when Secretary Napolitano was nominated, we heard everybody say, oh, she's eminently qualified. She's been a governor. She knows the Guard. She had to deal with the Guard. Well, now we're going to have a secretary who has done the exact same thing. So, Governor Nome is going to be able to look at this and piggyback off of what she's done with her Guard and look at the National Guard and do the exact same thing. I believe that this is going to go off without a hitch. I believe that we understand and recognize that there's going to be judicial review, and if the courts come in and say you can't do it, then you scale back. But we've done it before. We're just going to do it on a larger scale.
You're well sourced in Trump world and in that orbit, and obviously, they have relied on your expertise, I know, in the past in what they're planning on doing. I mean, as far as they want to carry this out on day one, I think we've talked about the logistical challenges and if ICE even has enough officers and agents to carry this out. When you look at that, do you know of executive orders and stuff that they are planning to do on day one that would be part of this mass deportation pledge?
So, Caitlin, completely honest, I don't know of any executive orders that are coming, and obviously I wouldn't be able to say if I did, but I can honestly say I'm not aware of any executive orders that are going to come out on day one. What I am aware of is from day one, HSI, Border Patrol, ERO, we're going to be allowed to actually do our job rather than releasing people, rather than being what has been laughed at as the welcome patrol. We're going to go back to being the Border Patrol. We're going to go back to enforcement operations. And that's what everybody is going to be doing. When you look at what the Border Patrol has been doing over the past 4 years, the vast majority of our agents are not doing enforcement work. They're doing that logistical work that we were just talking about. We can take that away. We can give it to somebody else, free up our law enforcement to go out and do what the American people have always wanted us to do, and that's the enforcement work of protecting all United States citizens.
You said you think it'll go off without a hitch. We'll see what that looks like. Brandon Judd, thank you for your time.
On March 25th, 2023, officers observed a drunk driver who nearly collided with another vehicle.
Wait a second, what's going on?
I don't know.
Okay. What did you do in the intersection?
This is DVJ, and this
Right,
is
you're in the
Karen
middle of the
Crime
intersection.
Report.
You're supposed to go eastbound.
Yes.
You cut in front of traffic, almost caused an accident, trying to go northbound. Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I didn't realize I was doing
Okay,
anything.
sit down for me.
Okay.
Sit down in the car. Do you have a driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
Yes.
Do you have any weapons in the car you didn't know about?
Sorry, what?
Do you have any weapons in the car you
No.
didn't know about? Okay.
I'm French. I don't
French.
have any.
Okay.
I don't have anything with me. I
Okay.
just have the copy. And I can, you can drive with me to the original one.
Where are you coming from?
What do you mean?
Where are you coming from?
Painting class.
Your painting lessons. Okay. Do you have anything to drink tonight?
Sorry?
Do you have anything to drink tonight?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't drink.
Okay.
But,
Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
say that again?
License, registration, and proof of insurance.
Well, I have like my driving license.
I need the driver's license, yes.
And then I have anything else you need. But it's in the in Florida.
Okay, do you have the registration and the insurance for the vehicle?
Yes.
You don't have any ID or passport?
I have everything. Just
Well,
follow me
it's
to my house.
illegal.
I'm not going to follow you. I'm asking you. Do you
It's
have
like
anything
2
on you?
minutes. 2 minutes
Do
drive.
you have anything on you?
No, I
Don't
don't.
step out of the car.
It's right around the corner.
Come
You
over
can
here.
bring everything if you need.
Come over here. Come over here.
He's illegal.
I'm trying to speak
French.
to you.
Yes, yes.
All right. This is the registration.
Yes.
Okay.
I just took everything that I had.
Robert.
That's my fiance.
This is your fiance.
Yes.
Okay. Where do you live?
Delaware Beach.
Okay. All right. You have
A mail
no
order.
license or anything.
Yes.
Do you have out of Florida or is that a...
Order
I
abroad.
have a
Do
French
order
license,
abroad.
French driving license, and I have a French passport and a Swiss passport. And everything is like the paperwork, everything is in the house. I have everything like in copy on my phone.
Okay. So, how long have you been driving in the United States?
Like a year and a half,
Year and a half.
2 years.
Okay. So,
I have a U.S. driving license.
okay, do you take any medication for anything?
No.
So I got this audio I'm going to play for y'all. I'm going to read a few seconds of it, and then I'm going to play this audio. So, yeah, this mass deportation thing, this isn't just conversation anymore. I think a lot, even a lot during the campaign and stuff like that, it was, a lot of it was conversation, and people were just kind of wondering, like, can he do that? Will he do that? Is that, and all that shit. Well, it's here, and supposedly they have a date of January 21st where they're going to start coming to, like, basically round people up, man. This shit is crazy as hell. You know what this reminds me of, too? And back in 97, around there, 98-ish, here in Wisconsin, because that's when they started sending the first busloads of people that were locked up to out-of-state prisons, like to Texas, Oklahoma, Minnesota, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, they started sending them because I never forget, I was in the hole. I had messed up. I was in the hole. I was waiting to get sent to Max. Remember I told y'all, for people that have been listening for a while, I told y'all that I did time in Waupun. I did about 7 months there. Yep. And I remember when I was at RCI, Racine Correctional Institution, while I was in the hole waiting to get sent to Max, to Waupun, that's when they started sending the first shipment of people out, you know what I'm saying, to out-of-state prisons and shit to ease overcrowding. Prisons were already overcrowded back then. Prisons have always, not always, but for at least the last 30 years, 30 to 40 years, prisons have been overcrowded here in the state of Wisconsin. Shout out Collectivo Coffee. Yeah, but they're about to start mass deporting, and it just reminded me because they started, because I was in the hole, and I remember I was looking out my window, and I remember it couldn't have been no more than, it was probably between 4, I'm going to say 4, 5, 5:30 in the morning. I remember I was looking out my window, I never forget it, my cell, and then you could just see like a bunch of inmates, you know, basically, you know, handcuffed, shackled together, and they were just being led out, you know, led to the hole, because they would round people up, take you to the hole, strip search you, you know, all that kind of stuff that you do before, you know, before you come in or you get transferred and stuff. Yep. So they were doing all that, and then, you know, because everyone that was in the hole, we were like, oh, that's the first bus load out of state, because we were wondering, you know, when they were going to do it, because it had just got implemented, the law, all that stuff had just got passed, and, you know, word spread like wildfire. And, you know, they're telling people they're going to start shipping people out of state to do time and shit like that. And that was right around time, too. Scott Walker had came in with that truth in sentencing, like right after that, too. I think truth in sentencing kicked in like around like 99, something like that. But yeah, 'cause I remember everyone was just wondering, like, if their name was going to get called, if their name was going to get put on that out-of-state list. You know what I'm saying? Because they had, like, different criteria. So people were always wondering, like, I wonder, you know, blah, blah, blah. I wonder, you know, if you got to have a certain amount of time or if you're, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So, but I'll never forget that. I was in the hole, and I just remember them. You could just see them because they were coming and getting them from the other units. And so, yep, and then they were just walking, and you could tell because they were bringing them over to the hole. And that's where they do all that, and then you got shipped out. Because we were in the hole, so we could see and hear. We couldn't see everything, but you could hear all the commotion and stuff like that. We're like, damn, man. Yep, because once they brought them into the unit, you know, you couldn't see them anymore because they were just rounding everyone up. You could see the yard, the prison yard from your, you know, from your room and from your cell, not your room. And yeah, but I'll never forget that. And so that's kind of what it feels like. Well, no, I mean, I'm not waiting to be deported or anything, so I don't have to have that worry or that fear. But I'm just saying, like, that's just crazy, man. So they're gonna, yeah. So they're literally gonna have to go around looking for people, because, like I said, Michelle and I said, we keep saying it. It's just true though. Like, there's a lot of people that they're gonna have to actually literally look for, because people ain't just gonna be sitting back and just waiting for the police to come round them up and kick them out the country. Like, come on, y'all. Especially when you know and you feel like you haven't done shit wrong and you have a right to be here. You're someone that's just like, you're literally waiting for your paperwork to get processed and stuff like that. You're kind of in that, you know, middle stage, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy as hell though, man. But hopefully people will just start to see that, because people, like, why are you kicking people out the country? So if you were to ask Trump and these people that are orchestrating this and doing all of this, or just ask yourself, you don't even need to ask them, just ask yourself, why is this happening? Why is this happening? We need the labor. We need the workers in this country. We all know that. You know, and the majority of us, we don't want to do that type of work. The majority of us aren't busting tables. We're not washing dishes. We're not taking garbage out. We're not going to get on somebody's roof and do their roofing and the landscaping and cutting the grass and cleaning the hotel rooms and doing the Molly Maid services here, like the cleaning services that you see a lot of Latin people doing here in Milwaukee. And probably just throughout the country, you know. Ain't nobody, I don't know any white men that are going to be building homes and stuff like that. Because, you know, they'll be using the Latino people to build these homes and stuff like that, too. Using them. You know damn well they're not getting paid what some of these white guys and shit are getting paid to build these homes. They probably ain't getting paid half of what they're getting paid. You know what I mean? So, like, that's just crazy how they just, yeah. That's crazy. But, yeah, they're going to have to come looking for people because people ain't just going to be sitting back just waiting. Like I said, and then I just hope there's not, like, situations where, like, there's going to be, like, literally physical situations where, like, between the police and Latin people and stuff when they're coming around people up and shit like that. Because you got to keep in mind there's a language barrier that's going to play out in all this where, like, communication is going to be an issue. Stuff like that. I just pray for my Latin brothers and sisters, man. Y'all gotta, man, just do what you gotta do to keep yourself safe. And just, this is gonna be a fight, though, because, you know, people are lawyering up. You know, a lot of these cities and stuff like that, they have things and, you know, stuff in place to, you know, try to help protect people from, you know, to keep this from happening to people. So there's going to be battles and fights in the courts and stuff like that and shit. And so just pay attention, man, and just, man, yeah. Yep. This is what you Trumpers chose, though. So when they're kicking, you know what I'm saying, some of your family members up out of here and shit, and they're all coming in the house looking for Paco and Enrique and Maria and all them, and you're like, wait, I thought we could stay. Because I truly do believe that some of the Latins that voted for Trump, I think they feel like they can stay because they voted for him. Well, y'all have either been lied to or you didn't know what the hell you were thinking about. Because you choose wrong. Y'all having buyer's remorse? All right, let's listen to this. It's talking about the mass deportation. We can get it to play. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. I don't know why this video isn't playing. Finally got it, y'all. Sorry about that.
People realize what's about to go down after January. I don't think people realize what's about to go down after January. And this is why I am so frustrated with Latinos. This is crazy. And it will not.
With some Latinos, people got to be better, though, with the word. I ain't trying to be picky, but you got to be better with that stuff. We can't be whole in everybody. You know what I'm saying? We can't be, like, even, you know what I'm saying? When I talk about white people and stuff and racism, I don't say all white, or I don't just make a general statement and be like, white people are racist. I'll be like, some white people are racist. Or a decent amount, excuse me, that was my stomach. Or a decent amount, you know what I mean? But just to be like, oh, I'm mad at Latinos, like, come on. You got like that kind of, I've learned that, you know.
Just affect,
right, here we go.
Our life. I don't think people realize what's about to go down after January. And this is why I am so frustrated with Latinos. This is crazy. And it will not just affect, you know, our light-skinned, fair-skinned Latinos. This will impact Africans. This will impact Haitians. This will impact our Afro-Latino brothers and sisters. And
which I am.
All people just getting stopped on the street. What are they going to do? Go door to door? They have names, you know, like.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. That's one thing I fear.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, if that shit happens to me, I get pulled. Like, man, dude, that's why I go to work and come home. I run my little errands at the store and shit like that, or if we do something, it's like, for the most part, like a family function type thing, you know what I mean? And people can call it what you want, man, but I gotta protect my peace and my freedom right now. Because I got, about 14, 15 months or whatever it is left on this parole, something like that. So I just don't want to fumble the ball, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm inside the 10-yard line now. I don't want to fumble at the 2. You know what I mean? So, like, man, dude, because you can tell I'm mixed. You can tell that I'm black and Latin. I usually get judged. I usually get asked if I'm mixed with Puerto Rican. And I'll be like, no, I'm black and Mexican. But, yeah, so, you know, people can tell. And, like, although in reality, at the end of the day, like, I don't have to worry about anything like that. You know, being deported, like, I'm not in that boat at all. But, like, still, I don't want to get bothered and sweated because I look, you know, potentially. You know what I'm saying? So what she's talking about is real because, you know, ripple effect is real, whether it's negative or positive. When you do something, there's a ripple effect. Like when I went to prison, there was a ripple effect on my family. There's a ripple effect on my girlfriend and my child and stuff like that. Me not being there, that affects her, that affects him. Me not being there, that affects my family, that affects work, that affects everything. The people around you. When you're in prison, your people are locked up too. Not physically, but mentally, emotionally, they're locked up too. Just think all the stuff they got to do, like take time out their day to come up there and see you, send you money, you know, give you emotional support, all that kind of stuff. And just, man, that can take a toll. That's why, you know, I appreciate my mom, man. Her coming up there, visiting me, like just sticking with me, having faith in me all these times. The 2 or 3 times it took me to you know, finally figure some things out and start making better choices, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate my family sticking in my corner. I love y'all. But that's what I'm saying. You know, there's a ripple effect on this stuff, man. That's why when you hear like Trumpers, and, like, especially black Trumpers and shit like that, you'll be hearing them talking about, oh, well, Trump won, you know, basically get over it. We just got to, you know, that side won. And no, fuck that. There is no just getting over it. This ain't no game. It's not like it was the Super Bowl. You know, it's this big anticipation, and then it happens, and then it's just over. Like, this isn't a game where you can just kind of get over it and say, oh, well, at the end of the day, it was just a game. This ain't no game. That's why I get pissed off when I hear black Republicans talk about, oh, well, you guys lost. They haven't said anything specifically to me. I'm just saying, like, I've been hearing that because some of these black Republicans, they won't admit it. They will not admit it. But they have buyer's remorse. They know they fucked up. And it's their way of apologizing to black people, like saying, it's like they're saying they know they fucked up, but they don't know how to just say that. So their way of doing that is to basically tell us to get over it. It is what it is. We need to work together. No, fuck that. We were trying to work with y'all before this by telling y'all to not vote for dude's orange ass. But y'all wanted to do that now. And now y'all coming up with these silly ass ways of trying to basically apologize for fucking up. We ain't trying to hear it. I'm not. If you voted for Trump and you're black or white, Latin, y'all, we got nothing to talk about. We have nothing in common. We have nothing to discuss because you screwed me over. You guys screwed us over. All right, I'm listening to this out now.
You know what that sounds like, right? They're going to go door to door, and they're going to check people's houses to make sure that they are legal. Is my dad going to have to walk around with his passport just to show that he is a U.S. citizen? Like, what the fuck are we even doing? Like, I hate cursing on here, but honestly, this is the shit that y'all voted for. This is crazy. And I need y'all to understand this is going to cost like $8 billion. When you deport the people, where are you going to put them? Where you're gonna have like a large just base of people on some kind of military base that you're just gonna put a whole bunch of people, like millions of people, and then you're gonna decide that you're gonna determine if they are truly citizens or not citizens. What police department is gonna do this? Is it gonna be local police or is it gonna be the feds? Who is gonna do this? If the blue states don't cooperate with this, then what? You're going to hold funding from them? Like, this is about to be some crazy shit.
It is.
And I wish I could just sit back and be like, you know what? I'm going to laugh at these people, but it's not going to be funny. It's really not going to be funny. It's going to be really fucked up. And Trump is going to do it. They are going to do it. So and the sad part is that Latinos have lost so much faith. With other communities, especially the black community, that no one is going to feel sympathy for them. No one. And
I feel like the lady speaking, I think she might be mixed too. Either she's, light-skinned black, or she's black and Latina. You know what I'm saying? All right.
What does this mean for people? Trump says it's about the criminals, the people that are coming illegally across the border. Okay, but does that include, what does that include? Are you just looking for gang members? I don't think, there's not a million gang members running around who are Latino. Right. You're going to be targeting people that have green cards. I am sure of this. He literally said he was going back to 1798. 1798 means that if they put that in action, that means he can literally deport people that have a green card that are non-U.S. citizens.
Told you. That's what I was telling dude, the maintenance guy that works in the building here, because he's a little on edge. I don't know him specifically, but remember he was telling me about like someone that he knew, and like they had their pet, like people are on edge. And I truly believe that people that supported Trump, I truly believe that they think that they don't have anything to worry about because they voted for him. I truly believe that they think that in their mind. Either they think that, or they were told that when them Republicans were down here registering them and all that kind of shit. I truly believe them Republicans were telling them that, assuring them, oh, no, you guys are good. You won't know. You here working hard. No, you guys have nothing to worry about. Just sign right here. I know they were doing that shit. I don't know. I'm saying, you know what I mean. Yeah. It's real out here, though.
Stupid as hell.
Stupid as hell.
Voting for this man.
All right, y'all. Let's get some music on. Oldie but goodie. This is one of my favorite rap albums ever, and one of the best lyricists ever. KRS-One. This is off the Criminal Minded album. Shout out and rest in peace, Scott LaRock. Yeah, KRS-One is one of the best MCs ever. He kind of doesn't get mentioned a lot.
They finally letting Bobo play. I'm telling y'all, Bobo's, dude's got top 5 talent in the NBA. I said talent. I didn't say he's a top 5 player. I said he has top 5 talent. For whatever reason, it hasn't worked out. Like I think he's like on his 3rd or 4th team. But he's getting some run tonight with Phoenix Suns.
It's poked away by Bull. Magic come out with it. Now Suggs. He'll find Isaac. Good look. 3 is up. Short. Defensive rebound, Gary Harris. Suggs will try. That three no good. Somebody just 1 of 10 from beyond the arc. Monte Morris finds a Kobe. He'll drive back to Morris in the corner. Morris drives, rejected by Isaac, but we'll have a...
Thanks for listening to today's episode. This is DVJ and Michelle, and you've been listening to the Cold World Podcast. And if you like what you're hearing, spread the word. Show us some love. Let people know. You know what I mean? And I just want to say, do something good for somebody and always remain teachable. And until the next episode, peace. So I was asking the other day, I think it was like a day or two ago, and this is a question to you black Trumpers, you black Trump supporters, and you black Republican Trumpers that thought you were going to get a cabinet position, you know what I'm saying, on his team. So where are y'all at? I don't see any black, I'm looking at it right now in his cabinet, the people that he's picked so far, and he's pretty much done. There ain't nobody black in there. Where's Tim Scott and Byron Donalds and all them? Where all them at? Let's see. This is from the New York Times. So, tracking Trump's cabinet and staff nominations. This is by June Kim, Karen Urish, and Jasmine C. Lee. Updated November 17, 2024. President-elect Donald J. Trump has quickly begun to assemble the list of people he wants to serve in his cabinet and in other senior positions during his second term. The cabinet always comprises at least 16 positions, the vice president and the heads of the 15 executive departments. And presidents have discretion to elevate other officials, like the White House chief of staff, to the cabinet level. This page will be updated as new announcements are made. So, Senate confirmation required, 12 of 25 announced. So, of the announced confirmations in dude's cabinet, he has Marco Rubio, who's a fake Latin. He might as well be white because he acts white. And remember what I said, acting white is when you see a Mexican telling another Mexican to go back to Mexico. That's acting white, because that's something a white racist person would say. So that's what I mean when I say acting white. Then they did that defense dude that Pete Heck said. He's got sexual assault allegations and shit like that. Dude's a clown. Homeland Security, Kristen Noem, white girl. CIA director, John Ratcliffe, white fella. Tulsi Gabbard, she's a native, but she acts white. White fella for the EPA, Lee Zeldin, the UN lady, Elise Stefanani, or whatever her name is, white lady. You already know about that clown RFK. The Interior, white fella, Doug Burkham. Veteran Affairs, white fella, Doug Collins. Energy, Chris White. Chris Wright, might as well be Chris White. He works for the Energy. So they got labor, treasure, agriculture, commerce, transportation, education, housing, CDC, Surgeon General, Small Business, OMB, U.S. Trade, and the CEA. He's hired literally these are all white men. Elon Musk, Sergio Gior. I know Elon's an immigrant, but he's white to me. Press secretary is white. Staff secretary is white. White House counsel is white, obviously. National Security Advisor is white. The Border Czar is white. Deputy Chief of Staff is white. Deputy Chief of Staff is white. How many fucking Deputy Chiefs of Staff do you need? You need 3 of those? Ain't one good enough? That's wasteful spending right there to have them 2 people in there. You only need one of them. You only need one of them. Deputy Chief of Staff, white fella. Chief of Staff, white lady. Deputy Chief of Staff, white fella. That's crazy. Yep.
I'm looking at everyone, y'all. There ain't no I don't see no black skin on here. That lets you know he don't give a shit. Because if he respected and cared about black people and he really respected their work and thought they were in all this shit, he'd just be naturally hiring them. Just naturally. You know, don't ever let your eyes lie to you, man. People can lie to your ears, but don't let your eyes lie to you when someone's literally showing you what they are. All right, y'all, I'm about to get to work, though. I got some trucks to go load. Y'all have a great day, and back to the episode. Peace. And be checking back with us later tonight. You know what I'm saying? Michelle and I are off for the next couple days. So be checking for podcasts. You know, we upload podcasts at any time. We might do one at 5 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 6 at night, 11 at night. You know what I mean? So we're pretty consistent. So holla at us. All right, y'all. Back to the episode. Peace. Thanks for listening to today's episode. This is DVJ and Michelle, and you've been listening to the Cold World Podcast. And if you like what you're hearing, spread the word. Show us some love. Let people know. You know what I mean? And I just want to say, do something good for somebody and always remain teachable. And until the next episode, peace.